Welcome back to our video series, Coaching During COVID. I'm joined here today with Nancy LaRoque, the head coach of women's rowing. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
You bet. Happy to be here. Thanks, Charlotte.
You arrived in Hanover in the middle of a pandemic, and almost a year after taking over as head coach, this team still hasn't had the chance to compete. How have you and your team tried to turn a canceled season into some positives?
Yeah, that's a great question. So just even taking this job during a pandemic was a challenge in itself. And so, I think within the first couple of weeks, I was on a giant team Zoom with everyone. And I think, one of the first things I said was, please register to vote or make sure you're registered to vote. And then the conversations just kind of rolled from there. This team has been so amazing with our new coaching staff. They've had a lot of turnover in the last 4 to 5 years. So, we're hoping to bring some stability back to the program in terms of a coaching staff and really just, and I'm probably going to just completely derail from your original question, but I think that, getting your season canceled for a second time is definitely heartbreaking, but there is a little glimmer of hope that we'll have a couple, maybe even 3 races on the schedule. So really just, everyone we've got now, I literally just tallied this. We've got 30 rowers and 4 coxswains. So we should be able to get out in 2 8s every day, actually 3 8s every day. And really just focus on, building from here. And if we have the opportunity to race, we'll be ready for that. And so, the big thing this year has just been taking things one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time, and just staying as positive as we can. And really, all of the athletes have fallen right into that pattern. They couldn't have been more positive throughout all this. And, we're lucky that part of their day, is kind of escaping from Zoom classes is being down at the boathouse with each other. And that's been pretty magical. So it's, hopefully that answered your question.
Yeah. With a lot of the team back on campus for the spring term, what are practices going to look like?
Yeah, for the phasing, so we're just now in phase 1. So we're doing some land workouts and getting some good fitness and skill instruction back in the mix. And then we're super excited that Wednesday of next week, we are actually back in team boats. And that's going to be for, myself included, we haven't been in team boats for over a year. For some athletes, due to their D plan, it's been over a couple of years. So, we had a group in the fall that was sculling in small boats, which is fantastic. They did a great job. But team boats are a little bit more, obviously, team oriented. They're a little bit more fun to row because you don't have to worry about steering as much. And you can really just sort of focus on your teammates and yourself. So practices now and moving forward, once we're back on the water, are again just building up fitness, working on coming together as a team technically, and getting ready for races. It takes a different energy system, so we got to try to sneak in some AT anaerobic threshold workouts and some anaerobic workouts so that we're ready to plow down a 2K course, which can take 6 minutes and 30 seconds, as hard as you can go. So just kind of gearing up towards that, I guess, would be the main thing. So,
yeah. During the last year, what has made you most proud to be associating with this team?
Oh gosh, just how open they've been to coaching, how coachable they are. And really, even at the start of the year, we had a lot of athletes on both the men's and women's teams lead some really heavy fundraising efforts for some DEI work, and they raised, I want to say, close to $25,000 for I'm going to botch it, the NAACP Defense Fund, basically, and I was just shocked by that. And just as recent as yesterday, my captains are putting together a list of who's vaccinated and who's not vaccinated, and they're helping those athletes that have local addresses get vaccinated with the state of New Hampshire, and that was, at their own they decided to take that upon themselves. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. Thank you for doing that, And yeah, I think just every day their positive attitude is just infectious. And we're just, both Coach Bree and I are super proud to be a part of this team and be a part of the Dartmouth community. So.
Another important question, how have you been doing during the time?
I'm good now. The sun's shining and it's warm out. I'm not going to lie. There were some weeks back in the winter, especially when, our winter term got cut short because of rise in cases. I think probably like everyone, we're just wanting to get through this and stay healthy. But at the end of the day, I'm still so grateful to be here, and I'm really glad I'm here, and that I get to be part of this team and the progress. But yeah, for sure, there were days where it was challenging, mental health wise. But I made sure to, talk to friends and be really honest and vulnerable about that, and not try to hide that, because I think it's just being human, and I think that's something that. It's just important to kind of keep your sort of sanity, for lack of a better term. So, but all good. Just very happy right now. So
that's good. Okay, Coach, thanks for joining me today, and good luck as you get back to practices.
All right. Thanks, Charlotte. Thanks for having me.
Yep.